This is a Sirius box, and today, guess what? Of course, we're going to open a few of them, but that's not all. I'm going to explain to you how to get Sirius for free. This isn't a joke, there's an event, and we'll explain everything. We'll cover Sirius in detail, his attacks, gadgets, star powers, and hypercharge. Make yourself comfortable, there's a lot to discuss. This brawler is super interesting and ultra legendary. Hope you're doing well as usual. Don't forget the likes, comments, and subscriptions. We're almost at 500,000. I'm counting on you to subscribe. We just need a few more subscribers, so go ahead. Hurry up, please. And above all, don't forget the code PERIADO. Of course, thank you for all your support. All right, let's get started right away. Since we're here, let's open the famous Sirius box. If I get lucky and unlock it now, that'd be insane. But no, I just got a gadget. I believed it. When I saw it blinking, I thought, no way, please, this is crazy, but no. So, for now, I don't have Sirius. How do we get it? Of course, my little Sirius is right here. We can see him, we can check him out, but for now, we don't have him. And honestly, when you see his animation, he's just way too cool. I don't know if you noticed. There's a bit of a Chaos Star Drop design, I'm just saying that's all, but yeah, there really is a Chaos Star Drop design. Behind his little mask, with an identity and powers just as mysterious, he's the one who ran the first attraction at Star Park. But they say he was unfairly fired and was banned from ever setting foot there again. But today, he's back with a desire for revenge. By the way, we have a little something right here, an ultra feature, controlling the shadows of the brawlers. Tap to summon the shadows or swipe to direct them, and that's super cool. Before, we couldn't do that. We would just use our ultimate, but we couldn't control it afterward. Now we can. Here, we're at power level 1, so of course we're not looking at the stats or anything. It's just to understand how it works. We see fast movement speed, and an interesting little feature is that this brawler charges his super over time. So, as you move around, you get it. And for the attacks, we see that he summons 2 projectiles, a star bomb that deals area damage, and a shadow strike that hits a single target. Be careful, the bomb deals area damage, while the other targets a single brawler. The second one acts more like a thrower, similar to Larry. Cyrus traps a brawler's shadow every 4 hits and can hold up to 3 at once. That's interesting, and we'll discuss it more soon with his ultimate. It's quite strange. But Cyrus releases the trapped shadows, and they gain their real brawler's attacks and HP. Cyrus can force the shadows to act for him, tap to make them come back and follow Cyrus, or aim to ask them to protect an area. It's a really complicated ultimate, that's why we'll really need to give some examples. I admit, it's a bit complicated to understand, but then, how do you unlock Cyrus? That's the first question before playing him. There are 3 ways to unlock him. First of all, Cyrus's event doesn't show up with the famous boxes. I think you know the event, you know the one where we have those famous boxes, etc. It doesn't appear, so we lack visuals. Since I'm on a developer account, we can't control everything. The main goal is to present, which is why the update is delayed. I mentioned this in this morning's video. Normally, the update is on Tuesday, but this time it's delayed to Wednesday due to bugs. It's not ready yet, but at least there won't be any bugs. However, we have this. Cyrus is thirsty for vengeance, Clash of Shadows. Eliminate his shadows and collect lunar masks to win this. It's an event. Also with Cyrus, for the sake of the video, I gave myself all the brawlers and of course Cyrus. That way it'll be much easier to explain. We'll first try him at level 1 to understand his attack and super, at level 7 to understand the gadgets, then at level 9 to understand the star powers, and finally level 11 just for the hypercharge. So we'll go step by step. First, let's explain the basic brawler. There are 3 ways to unlock him. Before we get into gameplay, here's the first explanation. I'll reveal the first way to unlock him step by step. Many people won't be happy about it. But let me explain, and don't worry, there are 2 other ways. Listen carefully to the first one. It's going to be a challenge, and you have to win with all the brawlers. So, it's that famous image we've seen. Yes, you'll have to win a match with every brawler. If you win a match with every brawler, you'll be able to unlock Sirius for free, so this famous brawler, you'll get him for free. It's super easy to do, but you do have to grind a bit. You have to play almost 100 matches. But be careful, you can also unlock him in a different way. In this same challenge, if you already have 50 brawlers on your account and you win with 50 different brawlers, you'll win a Sirius box. This box has a drop rate, so you might get him or not. If you don't have all the brawlers, you'll get an extra Sirius box, which is important. You'll see why. First, regarding attacks, if I slide my attack, so for example here, I'm not fully charging it, so I can throw my area like this, and it explodes. If I start to fully charge it, you see, I can only see the range of the throw, but I can't control the rest. Since I'm level 11 in the training area, it'll do 1,200. It doesn't really bounce, but if I do both like this, you'll see it does 2,400. Also, this famous billiard ball next to it, I call it that because it really looks like one. So here, for example, I do a hit here. There we go. It charges. I do 2 hits. I've reached level 2. To charge this billiard ball, you need to do 4 hits. So if I just do it like this, that's 1 hit. However, here, it does 2 hits directly, so 2 attacks, and there we go. I move to level 3. Once I'm at level 3, I can't go any higher than that. So yes, it will charge, etc. But you can see it just goes back to level 3, so it's pointless. What is this billiard ball for? Now that we've seen the attacks to understand them, what's the point of this thing? Once I reach level 3, you'll notice a small 3 on my ultimate indicating 3 shadows. Here I'm at max range, but still limited by the field's boundaries. And here, there isn't a brawler in front of me, otherwise it would steal the shadows from others. That's why I have 3 Sirius, so these are Sirius's attacks. I can control them. For example, there's a little arrow, and if I don't use my ultimate, it stays on the arrow. I can move them wherever I want, like here, and they follow me. You can see I still have my ultimate. I don't need to use it or anything like that. No, I can just make them go through here, so you can see I'll put them here, then go here. It recharges as you go, so I don't need to charge my ultimate. But what if they run out of health? Let's just watch. But you can see, it's literally a massacre. How strong it is, it's crazy. So now I'll just let them do their thing, etc. You can see I'm not charging my ultimate now, but it's still hitting. If I do this, I get 2 hits and it's charging, but I'm not intentionally charging it. The crazy thing about this is that I really feel like they have infinite life. I think it's been about 45 seconds that I've been watching and they still haven't disappeared. So there you go. I think you understand the duration of a match. It's pretty intense. Wait, let's go to him. For example, here, he's just going to destroy him like that. Look at how much damage it does. It's huge. It's really huge. You see 2,640 because there are 2 attacking. Otherwise, it's 1,320. I'll quit to try summoning a shadow and understand it. We agree I can't summon one now since it's not charged, so you need to do 4 direct hits at a high cost. Well, here, I missed my hit there. You have to do 4 hits there. Once I have my 4 hits, there we go. I can summon a shadow. So the shadow I'm going to summon is Sirius, of course. And he goes wherever we want. So here, that's 1,320 typically. So it does less damage than Sirius still, but even so. And we can direct it a bit wherever we want, etc. 5,180, that's huge. The brawler is so overpowered. It's crazy. And you can see that, well, it's still pretty complicated to kill him. So here, we're having a fight with a robot. He's smashing the robot. Whereas, well, normally, you know, it's just a shadow. Let's remember, Lola's shadow, it's not usually that strong. But here, it's insane. I think he can beat the robot 3 times, and we'll see soon. Meanwhile, he's also fighting another robot. He just reappeared and will beat the robot 3 times. You can't see much, but he dodged well. He even dodged a few times. What is this, Sirius? I expected him to be strong, but not like this, and he dodged again. Finally, he killed it. So once it's dead, you can see the shadow is useless. I can't even do that since the arrow is still there. I think it's a bug. Of course, there are some things. So here, I summon 2 shadows, as it says 2, and that's already huge. We're still going to start a training match, just to understand how he summons the other brawlers. We'll target a duo. Here, for example, we have Melody, so we're only going to charge Melody. For now, just to really understand. And I summon Melody, because I charged up on Melody. So now we have Melody, who just appeared here. How do I get the other brawlers? Here, you can see I didn't get the kill on, unfortunately, El Primo. So I won't summon El Primo. I'll try to get the kill on Melody. There, I got Melody. So normally Melody is charged. I think it's the last hit that counts. Wait, my shadow is... Oh, damn, I just summoned it. So no, that's my Melody who just appeared. Oh, yes, I summoned someone. Unfortunately, it wasn't on purpose. Oh, no, I have 2 Melodies. My Melody didn't disappear. So it's actually better to auto-shoot with this brawler. It's so much more convenient. Now, I have Nita. I think I have 2 Nitas, actually. And normally, I got the kill on Juju. I could have summoned Juju. Guys, we're just going to play Brawl Ball simply to really understand the brawler. It'll be so much easier. Don't rely on gadgets, etc. The goal is just to understand the ultimate, because right now we don't understand how to summon. So yes, you have to hit a brawler to summon the brawler. We don't really get, you know, the real way to summon it. For example, I'm just going to hit Piper once to see if I summon her. I doubt it, but you never know. The goal now is to hit no matter what. RT. So I hit BA. This is going to be pretty interesting. Maybe I can charge up the RT. I just hit the RT, my second one. And I'm going to try to get another kill or something like that. Normally, I have BA and RT. If I'm correct, this should be the last kill. There's no Piper. Let's check anyway. Okay, yeah, it's definitely RT and BA. So we'll bring them here and they'll try to defend. So right now, it's literally a massacre. Honestly, I admit that the brawler, his attacks themselves, they're not the easiest to land either. Because you have to master the throw. But also, you see the normal attack, for it to do real damage, we agree. There, we were mainly looking at the ultimate to understand. It's the last attack that matters to take the brawler's shadow, but you see the attacks aren't that crazy. It's really the ultimate that's overpowered. Actually, the brawler's weakness is that he has so little health. You have to be at least a little exposed, because you see, the attack range isn't long. It's not a sniper. Even if you have a throw, it's only 1,200. That's not a lot. Now let's move on to power 7. We've understood his attacks and his ultimate at power 7. Before we start understanding these gadgets, what's the second way to unlock them for free? The second way is as usual. It might not help you, but those famous boxes, they're going to show up again. For example, here I have this reward. So I imagine, okay, I unlock Cyrus's gadget. That's really perfect. I can unlock the other 100 gadgets. Unlocking Cyrus's is just crazy. Usually the rewards from these boxes are better. Here, he got 112 power points, which is more than usual, and I still have 1,000 credits. Well, I opened a few boxes to really understand, but yeah, the rewards with these boxes are going to be better. So how are we really going to be able to unlock something in these boxes? So, yes. First, you can unlock the Brawler Cyrus. That's done. But with 20 boxes collected, you can get Cyrus for free, knowing that you already have one. If you already have 50 kills with another Brawler, you only need 19 more. But since it's an ultra-legendary Brawler, the condition is nearly impossible. In total, you'll get 40 tickets in the event, and so, to get a box, you need to validate 2 tickets. 2 wins equals 1 box. And as I told you, you need 20 boxes to get Cyrus for free. If you do the math, just with the event, you can't lose even once in the event to unlock Cyrus for free. Except if you get 50 kills with a different brawler, you can only lose 2 times. Just to remind you, out of 40 matches, be careful, and then you'll open it, and after that, it's all up to your luck. Either you get him before in those famous boxes, or you can get him for free. After all, he's an ultra-legendary brawler. It's the hardest challenge there is, which makes sense, but it's really tough. But be careful, there's a third way to unlock Cyrus for free. We'll see that a bit later when we talk about star powers and hypercharge. First, the gadgets. Cyrus shoots a projectile that summons a shadow on impact, slowing the target hit by 30% for 3 seconds. There's still a 17-second cooldown. Well, honestly, it's pretty simple to understand. First, you have to aim your gadget now. All gadgets have to be aimed. And as you can see, I aimed it right at him and it summoned a shadow of Cyrus. Honestly, the damage is huge. And you can see that it slows down the little robot for 3 seconds. It's only on the first impact. You see, the other robot isn't slowed down for now. And then, it's a shadow that you can control. So that means if you manage your attacks well, etc., you can have up to 4 shadows in total. We'll do it again. Normally, this one will disappear. You'll see on the first hit, well, it's slowed down. However, it doesn't disappear. That means the shadows can stack. Wait, if the shadows can stack, I want to see something. So here, I can move my shadows, but before moving them, etc. There. Now, I finally have 3 shadows. We're going to create them, and 5 shadows right now. That means I can even have 6 shadows. They can stack, so we need to be careful not to attack. If I do, I'll lose all my shadows, which would be a shame. Oh, the carnage. The insane carnage. Wait, let's put it on him. I'm tripping, bro. What did you guys make? I've never seen a brawler this strong. I'm telling you, this isn't even an overreaction or anything. Look, originally there's 48,000, and see how fast it goes down. And I'm not even doing anything, so we're still going to charge our ultimate pretty quickly. The goal isn't to make serious shadows everywhere. The brawler will get nerfed harder than ever before. It's insane. For example, I just attacked there. If I make 3 shadows again, the previous 3 disappear. There's something else you should know. So, 4 hits per shadow. Here, I do 2 hits. Super easy. Now, I do it like this. Pretty cool. Not sure if you noticed. We're going to create another shadow. If it doesn't hit though, it won't create the shadow, which is interesting. You can't miss the gadget. There's something pretty interesting here. For example, here, you can see. So I have 3 shadows created with my ultimate plus the gadget shadows. Here, I create a shadow. That means if I create a shadow, only 1 shadow will disappear so the other shadows don't die. That's important. For example, if I charge my ultimate twice, so I need 2 more hits and then 2 more hits, then 2 shadows will disappear, and so you create 2 new ones. Your shadows won't disappear, and you can create unlimited ultimates. However, they can't be stacked, so be careful. Typically, if you just charge 1 ultimate like this, so here I missed my attack. Sorry, if I charge an ultimate like this, it will create 1 more shadow. 1 disappears, 1 remains, but 2 other shadows from the other ultimates still exist. It's complicated because the brawler is complex. I'm testing everything, which makes it tricky. You have all the ways to test it. Master of Shadows. The summoned shadows return to Sirius, who heals them for 50% of their HP. Oh, that's super strong. It's really insanely strong. You'll understand quickly. We'll test it with 1 shadow. The same method applies to all 3. I can't use all 3 shadows in training since they're too strong. The shadows, that's it, man. I'm so happy, I don't know why, even though the brawler is really overpowered. I summon my shadow here. Simply, it's going to go there. So the shadow comes to me. You see, typically it took some damage. So here it's about 1,000 damage that it took. There, I bring it back to me, and it took 2,590. So why 2,590? Simply because that's half of the shadow's HP. 5,190 divided by 2 is 2,590. But what's strong here? Because for now, we agree that 2,590 is still a good reset. You see, so here, I summon my 3 shadows like this. I'm kind of confusing myself. No, it's not stackable. Oh, wait, 2 ultimates are stackable. That changes everything. In the settings, 2 ultimates are stackable, I think. So if I summon again like this, yeah, 2 ultimates are stackable. Okay, so here, typically, I use my gadget. All the shadows will come back to me, and all the shadows are healed for 2,590. Imagine the crazy healing. Oh, what is this? It's too complex, but it's insane. The problem is that in the ultimate itself, it doesn't tell us how many are stackable, but I feel like 2 ultimates are stackable. So we're going to do a test to really understand. So here, we're going to charge our ultimate to 3. The recharge speed is pretty normal, let's say, but it favors creating shadows. So now, boom, I've summoned 3. We'll place them here and add 3 more on the other side, so everyone ends up on the same side. That's fine. This time, we'll summon 1 to see which disappears. Is it just 1 that disappears, or do 3 disappear to make room for 1, so it converts into 2? And indeed, only 1 appears. It's the one that shows up. Anyway, it keeps the maximum number, but there are only 2 ultimates that can be stacked. That's important to know. So, now I have 1 more. As you can see, 1 disappears and I still have 6. Let's test shadow creation together to see how many we can make, since usually you can make up to 6. So here I've summoned 1 gadget, and just to be clear, the gadget has the same power as the shadows we summon. With the ultimate, so the gadget is the same as the ultimate, so that's already really strong. Here, it comes back to me because I haven't given it any orders, that's why it's following me, and then it goes toward the enemies. So here, I summoned 3 more shadows thanks to my ultimate. The important thing to know is, does it? So if I use a gadget like this, then in total I have 5 shadows, 2 from gadgets, plus 3 from ultimates. If I can summon 3 more shadows and they don't disappear, no, it's 6 shadows maximum. That's interesting. So if I use a gadget like this, 1 disappears and 1 is created. Okay, it's 6 shadows maximum. That's important to know. That's huge. It's really huge. First of all, so this is Periado from the future speaking to you. Just know that we only have a few hours to understand the brawler, post the video, do the editing, and so on. We have less than 24 hours to do this, so figuring out a brawler is tough, which causes many bugs. I tried playing the brawler while editing, but I stopped editing to add this sequence. You can have up to 6 shadows, but not 2 ultimates at once or any stacking. This means you can use 5 different ultimates to summon a shadow each time. It's cumulative, the shadows won't disappear, but you can do as many ultimates as you want. So if you do 3-1-1-1, they won't disappear, or like do 2-1-1-2, you can do that. Anyway, you got it. As long as you don't have 6 shadows, the shadows aren't replaced. Let's continue and look at the star powers. To really understand the equipment, we won't use them so we don't mess things up. The shadows have 15% more movement speed. We've seen them move without star power. Now we'll see if there's really a 15% difference when they have it. Honestly, it's not bad. So if I put this on, you see now there's more movement speed. Indeed, it's much faster. It's extremely fast. As you can see, she's following me normally. She's supposed to follow me. She's not attacking. Yes, she's attacking at the same time. Normally, you're supposed to follow me. My little shadow, let's put her over here. Come here. We're going to give her some orders. She does move faster. She almost moves at the same speed as us, I think. Look, we're racing. She might be moving a bit faster than us. We're going at the same level, but she's still a bit faster, while the others were slower. Shadow Star. Every Shadow Strike hit counts double for regaining Brawler's shadows. It's the melee attack, not the throw, so we're testing it. Now I have the famous star power. That means if I do it like this, here I do 1 hit, 2 hits, I get my shadow. Usually it takes 4 hits. 1, 2, then I get my shadow. This works well on open maps. Let's switch so you can see the difference. Doing the same thing now, you see it charges much less. So 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, and then our 4th hit. So there you go, half as many hits. It's super overpowered, but I think you need to have maps that are a bit more open, but it's extremely overpowered. That said, this one is pretty strong, but given how powerful the shadows are, honestly, this one is so much better. Honestly, the shadows are invincible, so might as well charge faster. Let's go for the Hypercharge. It really scares me. The shadows summoned during Hypercharge have more damage and more HP. Well. I want to see just how much stronger they actually are. So first, let's summon a basic shadow to really understand, then we'll compare it. Here we have our first shadow, 5180, and it does 1320. If we charge our ultimate for our next shadow, we'll do it like this. We summon. It has 6290, so it has over 1000 more HP, and how much damage does it do? Wait, come on guys, go ahead. Attack 840, but I think it missed something. No, I'd like to make the other one disappear. Actually, I feel like it's doing 1680 instead of 1320. Yeah, it's 1680. The brawler is breaking my brain right now, so I'm going to do it this way. So obviously our attacks are much stronger here. There we go. Shoot, I summoned 2. I can't anymore. I had star power, which charged faster. But yeah, so it's 1680. We just do the calculation divided by 2. Indeed, it's much stronger. It has a lot more health. Honestly, it's crazy. So we have 6 shadows at most 2. I guess, man, it's extremely strong. We're going to play the brawler in a few modes to see, just to understand better. But it's insane. So the best build, honestly, I would say this one. That way the shadows are really invincible. Then this one if you have trouble summoning, but with this star power, normally it's easier. So I would say this way you can regenerate them every time. The event that just appeared is super interesting. Finally, but not too soon, you can see you need 20 boxes to get Sirius. I already have Sirius, so of course I get 1000 bling instead, but at least you know what it looks like. So, the event. And now we have a third way. It's true. I didn't even mention Sirius. Of course, he can be unlocked in boxes. That's the third way. So the first is the 99 Brawlers challenge. The second way is through events like this, where you can get him free with 20 boxes. The third way is through boxes, though I know you're a bit disappointed. Brawl Stars claims these are the best boxes yet because they now contain 8 rewards. Previously, event boxes never offered 8 rewards, but now they do. Be careful. Inside are credits, and you can get brawlers inside, as well as coins and power points. These are all basic items. We get more than usual, but we can also get gadgets, star powers, and even hypercharges in these boxes. So, you see, these boxes are kind of like real star drops, but better than star drops. In short, these boxes are incredible. Now, let's get started with some gameplay with our dear Sirius. I have to admit, I'm a bit scared of the brawler, honestly. He seems so overpowered to me, so right now it's already super easy. I already have one shadow. Let's try to summon a second. I'm almost there and just need one more hit. It's a bit tricky to throw and aim since the area is small. Once I have 2 shadows, there you go, we have 2 Gus, because I hit Gus twice at the end. So now our goal is going to be to summon, for example, other brawlers. For instance, here, I should have a Brock. Let's try to summon a Tara. Well, I didn't manage to get Tara. Let's try to hit a Gus, for example. And let's try to get Tara. I just need to hit her. But man, my shadows are so powerful, it's crazy. So, before summoning any shadow, let's try first. Well, shoot, I summoned Gus. So normally, I have a Brock and 2 Gus. Again, there you go, 2 Gus and a Brock, so that's right. And since I only have 5 shadows on the field, I can summon a 6th one. So normally, if I put, for example, here, I'm going to die, but my shadows don't die. My shadows don't die. I assumed if we died, our shadows would vanish too, but they don't. It's insane. So now I have 2 shadows. Let's position them and command them to attack. And as soon as they lose a bit of health, see, they've lost a bit of health, unfortunately. Boom, we heal them and they're back to full health. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The carnage, this is going to be, man, it's literally going to be broken. Ouch, I'm really scared. There, I summoned normally a Gus. I didn't get Brock. I think it was Gus that I got there. Now I have Tara. Ah, I didn't summon him, unfortunately. But now I have Brock. No, I still haven't summoned him. But actually, it's my shadows that are killing my shadows. They're so strong, they kill everyone. Okay, I have Gus. Can I get Tara, please? Okay, normally I have Tara. I have all 3, I think. No, oh no, I have 2 Gus, Brock, and someone stole it from me. So it's not the characters I'm killing. It's really the last missile that hits. That's what's important to know. Oh man, they're so strong. Controlling our shadows isn't intuitive since we're not used to it. So we'll move them here, though they would normally return down. My shadows, yeah, they're going back down. You see, it's really not intuitive to move your shadows. It's pretty special. So what you can do, you can just use your ultimate like this. And that will tell them to attack. See, make them attack automatically. I don't know if you got it, but it's extremely strong. I can't get over it. It's super strong. We're going to go for gem grab, guys. I know this video is long. I'm sorry about that, but I think you understood how complex the brawler is. If you need more videos or have questions, just ask in the comments. I'm working to make this video as complete and informative as possible. And if you need any more information, don't hesitate at all. The goal is really for you to understand the brawlers. That's the most important thing. Honestly, I confirm that. Oh, I summoned a Leon. Now I have Shelly for sure. Will I get Mandy? No, I don't have Mandy. They got the kill before me. But normally, I have Leon and Mandy and Shelly. Sorry, yeah, I do have both. We'll try to get a 3rd brawler if possible. Shelly, I didn't get her. Too bad. Can I get her? No, I didn't get her. Can I have her? Mandy, wait, but my shadows... We'll put them here. I summoned Mandy. Oh, well, I have all 3. That's good. I took Mandy last. I didn't even see... I think I already had Shelly. She's a bit hurt. 2,730. Let's heal her. And yes, so that's half of the brawler's health. For example, a Leon. That's half of his health. Oh, but wait, my shadows are dead. Well, anyway, we're destroying them. Literally, the brawler is so strong. It's crazy. Every time. I'll keep summoning a brawler. It's best to summon 3 times before summoning another brawler again. You see, the problem here is that, oh, well, I just died. It's that I have one at a time. Every time I use an ultimate, and so if I use another ultimate, one of them disappears. Whereas if I have 3 brawlers right away, the advantage is that it's a bit more efficient for me. Okay, now I can have quite a few. Normally, here I have 2 shadows. I have 2 shadows. That's interesting, so I summon 2 like that. I have 2 Leons, which make great shadows. But you can be strategic and pick the brawler you want to summon, for example. You have some Franks. If you really want, you can put yourself behind the Franks while you put the brawlers in front of you. We're going to heal them because there was a Leon who was a bit weak. HP is struggling against my shadows. Now we're going to summon again. Oh no, I couldn't even summon. That was dumb. I see the ultimate button. It's true that it's really not intuitive at first. Well, I mean, it is intuitive, but the problem is that we're just not used to it. So here, I summon again. Okay, no one disappears. We're going to try to charge another ultimate. We'll use another gadget so everyone stays alive. I'd like to charge on Leon. Okay, it's good. I just charged and normally... Ah, there we go. I have 4 shadows. It feels like they don't disappear, actually. Now I still have 1 shadow. Ah, one of them does disappear. Actually, you can have 2 ultimates at most and 6 shadows at maximum. I don't need to spell it out for you. The brawler, I think I've never seen a brawler this strong, really. I have no words. I've never seen a brawler this strong. We're going to play one last game in Knockout. So what's effective with Cyrus? Games that are pretty long, where you have time to charge up. That means games in Knockout, for example, can be a bit more difficult. No, actually, the Brawler isn't strong in Knockout. Careful, but it's just if there are assassins, you know, you get killed by a kit, or you don't want to fight back. The melee Brawler is bad, let's be honest. He's just bad. And you see, that's pretty counterintuitive, because here, this thing, it's really counterintuitive. The problem is the ulti thing, but I don't have my ulti. That's a problem. So now, here we go. I'm trying to get the kill. Yeah, actually, when you don't have the shadows, the Brawler isn't strong. But when you have the shadows, well, the Brawler is strong. He's super strong. I have both my shadows again, so I'll send them ahead. With Willow and Meeple, we'll let them fight those shadows. Normally, I can easily get a kill, but this time, it didn't at first. Wait, it did, thanks to Willow's poison. Summoning crows, willows, and similar things makes it really hellish. You get the mechanics. If I kept going, it would just show more gameplay, but the goal is to understand the Brawler. So we'll stop here. In this video, you learned how to unlock Sirius for free. More gameplay is coming soon. I'll likely make another video just opening Sirius boxes to analyze the drop rates. You now understand all the gadgets, star powers, hypercharge, and how they work. We've covered everything. Thanks for watching. The Brawler is very strong. Share your thoughts. I'm curious. If I'm the only one who's this shocked, because yes, being shocked is one thing. Right now, I'm really at a loss for words. The Brawler is insane. It's insane. It's almost too much. Anyway, thanks again for watching the video. Use code Periado as always, and see you guys. That's it.